Hey guys, just wanted to let you all know that we did make it into the semi-finals of G Fuel Code Madness. However, the tournament is now pausing until the 1st of April. But in the meantime, we did make it into round 2 of Scuff Madness. So if you do want to help me get one step closer to getting my very own Scuff controller, be sure to use code WhosImmortal at checkout. Anyways, on to today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, hey hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Per usual, it is Tuesday, and that means it is update day here in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, for those who may be a bit newer to the game through Warzone being free to play, every week at the bare minimum, we do get a small game settings update that refreshes playlists, brings new items to the shop, and also adds in a few back-end changes and other adjustments. And that is exactly what we've got going on today. So today, we are breaking down all the major changes that were just added into the game. Of course, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you are new here, or if you happen to be a part of that 67% of viewers who are not subscribed, feel free to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, and all other information as well. Now, like I said, today's update is simply a smaller update that does not require any additional download before playing the game. So whether you are trying to jump into multiplayer or Warzone or anything else really, when you launch your game for the next time, you will just see a quick prompt on the main menu and then you'll be all good to go from there. Now, seeing as Warzone is still the main focus, I guess you could say, that is ultimately where Activision and Infinity Ward are driving everyone and everything, at least for the time being. So that essentially means that we will see less impactful changes made in other areas of the game, as to not take away from the quote-unquote Warzone hype. But regardless of said hype, multiplayer did get its standard playlist refresh today, which has some pretty interesting options when it comes down to it. So the main standout mode for this week is actually Atlas Superstore 24/7, which, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I don't particularly like Atlas Superstore all that much. I definitely do not think it's the greatest map in the world. I will say Search and Destroy is actually pretty fun on it. Respawn, though, is just not my thing. But in case you do just want to spend a lot of time winding through various aisles, you can play Atlas Superstore all day, every day for at least the next week. Then, on top of that, we do also have some other playlists to choose from for this week as well, including Quick Play, which of course you can just filter to your liking, Standard Ground War, Standard Gunfight, which is now St. Patrick's Day themed, Doorbuster, which is Superstore 24/7, Cranked Confirmed, which is Kill Confirmed and Cranked combined into one mode, and finally Mercenary Mosh Pit, which does not allow any kind of team play whatsoever. So for this one, you can only queue by yourself. Now, as far as Warzone goes, we actually got a small but pretty exciting change here, as they added in Battle Royale solos, meaning you do not have to play either 1v3 or with some randoms if you are looking to play some Warzone by yourself. I know, at least for my group of friends, we do oftentimes play with 4 of us, so right now we're kind of at that odd point where someone does have to sit out, so the addition of solos definitely makes it a lot more fun to be that odd man out, since you are no longer at a larger disadvantage when playing alone. Then, getting into the store refresh, we do have some brand new bundles to check out here, including some that were actually added in a few days back last week that are more seasonal and themed bundles based around St. Patrick's Day. So initially here, we do have the Green Tracer Pack bundle, which is available for 1,600 COD points, and this includes the Snapdragon Assault Rifle blueprint for, I believe, the Ram 7, the Gangrene Handgun blueprint, the Leprechaun Charm, and also the Uplinked Calling Card as well. Then the other St. Patrick's Day bundle we have is the Clover and Out Pack, which goes for 1,100 COD points, and this actually features a skin for Otter, a Marksman Rifle blueprint, a Handgun blueprint, 2 charms, and also a sticker. And these items may or may not return at some point down the road. If they do, it probably won't be for at least a decent while, since they are holiday themed. So be sure to grab them if you are at all interested in those. We then also end up seeing the Sakura or Sakura Edition bundle, and that's going to be available for 1,800 COD points. And this features an Assault Rifle blueprint, a Shotgun blueprint, a Charm, a Melee blueprint, a Calling Card, and also a sticker. And then on top of that, you will also have your personalized refresh for the blueprints and operator sections of the store too. Now, we do also have a special tier discount event going on too, so now starting today and ending next week, you can purchase a tier for 100 COD points or roughly $1. Although I am just going to keep it a buck with you guys, unless you really seriously want something out of the Battle Pass and you just know you're not going to have enough time to play the game to get there, I really would not suggest buying tiers, especially since we have Warzone now, which is basically the best mode you can play for gaining Battle Pass progression, since that is based a lot off of playtime. Obviously, if you do make it to the later stages of the regular Battle Royale mode, those matches will last upwards of 20 to 25 minutes, and Plunder can also last for a decent while too, so both of those are fantastic for Battle Pass progression. But if you do want to buy tiers at all, I guess now would technically be the best time to do so. Now, this smaller update also included a few changes and other adjustments in it, and those are as follows. We got a fix for a bug where players would have an increased movement speed after leaving the gulag, a fix for a bug where players were not able to reload, a fix for getting stuck under buy stations, a fix with the hunted bounty contract, an update to the redeploy squadmate text, a fix for the boats and trains challenge tracking, a fix to give the player who downs an enemy the kill once that enemy is cleaned up, a fix for an exploit allowing players to shoot when downed, a fix for a bug where you could not use the balloons in Plunder, and finally a fix for a bug where you could actually clip through walls near Hospital. Then, in addition to everything that actually came to the game today, we do always like to visit the Trello board each week when there is a smaller update put out, to really dive into what future updates we can expect to see come to the game, maybe in the following week or shortly thereafter. And with the addition of Warzone, we now have even more updates and changes to look into here. But starting off over in multiplayer, we actually don't have all that many in-progress issues this week, which I guess you could say is a relatively good thing. You know, there's not too many major concerns going around. However, we do see that the executions near walls and other elevated surfaces are still sometimes being cancelled, and that is currently being looked into, alongside your character animations sometimes appearing as standing, even if you are mounted while crouched. And then finally, weekly challenges sometimes kicking you to the main menu is also being looked into as well. Now, over in the Warzone section, since this is obviously a brand new mode, it is pretty common to see a few more issues arise here, and that is exactly the case. As you can see, the in-progress issues are currently listed as white flashes appearing on screen in Warzone, and also sometimes other modes as well, plunders sometimes ending right as a player gets put into a match, the smokescreen underbarrel attachment not actually shooting any smoke grenades. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know people were avidly using the underbarrel smokescreen. That's an attachment I certainly have not tried out, but hey, they are working on fixing it if you are one of the 10 players actually using it. They also are looking into players being kicked after getting stuck on a loading screen, the equipping animation for the gas mask blocking a player's ability to deploy a parachute, and finally, smoke coming from a player's model as they are moving across the map. Which, on this one specifically, yeah, you really can't be any more of a beacon than that, so hopefully that one gets resolved here pretty soon. Now, we do also have a few PC-related issues that are currently in progress too, including various dev errors like 6065, 6066, and also 6068, the installing shaders pause, a corrupted outline appearing around various view models, and also some crashes that don't result in any errors or dumps. So that is all stuff we should see fixed here in the upcoming days and weeks, and as always, whenever new changes are added in, I'll be sure to cover them in a future update video. Then, one final thing I did want to mention here briefly is that of the Season 2 roadmap, as roughly in the next 3 weeks or so, pending any delays or extensions, we should see the Candor Hideout multiplayer map, the Talon Operator, and other multiple new modes come to the game too. Also, I do want to throw out kind of a maybe here, as personally, I still think Infected Ground War has yet to come to the game, and that giant infection that we saw a few weeks back was simply a testing period for the mode, since obviously it only took place on one map. And that to me just seems too simple to be deemed as Ground War Infected. So we are going to have to keep an eye out for that as well. Anyways, with all of that being said, those are effectively all of the new changes that came to the game with the newest update, and that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, and of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news and intel, updates and leaks, and pretty much everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on, that way you'll always know when I post a new video. As I mentioned earlier, Round 2 of Scuff Madness is currently going on, So if you want to help me get one step closer to getting my very own branded SCUF controller, be sure to use code IMMORTAL on literally anything on the site. It can be a small keychain or a pair of thumbsticks, or it could be a full-on controller. Any code use does increase the chances of me moving on. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.